Hello, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Welcome to Tamarindo, Costa Rica, where the weather is beyond superb. And I have to tell you, I am absolutely adoring the emails that I'm getting from people that are asking questions and bantering back and forth. They're giving me such fodder for the 5 Minute Motivators. It's just unbelievable. I was talking to somebody today. It started as an email, then we texted a little bit, then we finally start talking because he had a real problem. His problem was, I do not trust my people working from home. What do I do about that? Now, I don't think he got the actual answer from me that he was looking for. Because what I did is I held up a mirror and said, probably the reason that you don't trust them is right here in front of you. It's in this mirror. And I'd like to go over this a little bit for those of you that are having some issues trusting your people that are not in front of you all day long. The first thing I would say is this. Talk to some sales managers whose salespeople have been on the road in their company for 70 years, 80 years, whatever it happens to be. The sales managers probably have some pretty good insight into how to manage people from a distance. Okay, they have to do it all the time with salespeople that are on the road. Okay, so that's the first thing I would tell you. What I would tell you is this also. As a manager, check your hiring procedures. Are you hiring trustworthy individuals? You know, it's really something about this notion of trust. There are some psychometrics out there that will actually test that. I've sold them for years. They're relatively inexpensive, and they really do work. But this notion of trust goes a couple different levels. For example, you may trust an individual to not steal something from the company. However, that individual may see somebody else stealing from the company and not say anything because their level of camaraderie is greater than their level of allegiance to the company. That's a trust issue. Are you hiring based on trust? Do you have trustworthy individuals? Now, I'm not going to get into the interview procedures for that. There's some very, very pointed questions that we can ask on behavioral-based interviewing to make sure that that occurs. And that's well beyond the scope of this. You're going to have to email me or text me or call me, and we will discuss that in detail. However, I will put my consulting hat on when we do that. So, hiring for trust is the first thing you could do. The second thing you could do is this. Assess your management style. Are you an old-time manager? And you know what? You don't have to be in your 50s and beyond for that. I have seen old-time managers that are in their 20s because they learned from people that were in their 50s and 60s. And by an old-time manager, I mean, do you need to see your people? Do you need to touch your people? Of course, I mean that metaphorically. Don't go touching your people or you're going to have some human resource issues. But do you need to touch your people on a daily basis? If that's the case, then you might be that type of manager that requires some level of physicality. You need to be able to get past that. Now, you know what, folks? I don't believe that this COVID stuff is going to last forever. I think it's on the way out now, and I don't think that virtual work is going to be the norm. It just takes way too much of the social engagement out of it, and organizations are social enterprises. But for the time being, and the fact that you may in fact have workers that are going to be virtualized on a consistent basis just because it makes sense, check your management style. So, a couple things you can do. Here they are. Reach out to a sales manager. How do you manage salespeople that are on the road? Second thing you could do is this. Look at your hiring procedures. Are you hiring based on trust? If you have an issue with that, let me know. I can help you with that. The third is, what about your management style? Are you an old-fashioned manager who needs to touch your people? You can also reach out to me on that too. I can certainly give you a whack on the side of the head to assist you in changing that. Bill Shaka, thanking you for attending another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next. Bye.